Ladies and gentlemen, the TIMEranger has begun. It is our first part of the two-part finale of TIMEranger. My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Aye.
Oh, guys, the TIMEranger is in the air. Can you feel it? Can you smell it? Well, I'll tell you about a TIMEranger that I had last night. I had a dream where I put on glasses and I looked in the mirror and I looked like a beautiful lady. It was a cross between lady who's playing Squirrel Girl reportedly, and she was in those commercials, and on Jake and Amir, the movie theater one, and Heather Ann Campbell. I said, oh my God, I'm a beautiful lady. And then I did a punk rock show where I had a baseball bat, Harley Quinn style, just beating up Nazis. It was and it was on a soccer field. It's a baffling dream. That's what the mind play a trick on you, Ghetto Boys style. I think that's the people who did that. But without further ado, it's time to introduce my common law who's got me in awe, Nicole the Bricks Jake.
Hi.
Nicole, how are you? Anything you have to talk about this week? Yes.
Well, that's two questions. So, first answer, sleepy.
Okay, wake up.
I want to take a nap.
Well, too bad you can on mic.
Yes,
your snores will bleed in too much. Okay, try. Oh my God, that's not sleeping. I've never heard you burp in your sleep.
Okay.
I've heard you scream in your sleep.
I
Exactly like that. It's frightening in the middle of the night.
I do have a thing.
Okay, what's up?
First of all, it's say hi to your mom if she listens to this.
To my mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
To Mama Marge.
It's almost her birthday.
She left me a voicemail, which I assumed it was about your birthday. And oh fuck, I have to call her.
Oh, and plug my ears.
She left me a voicemail saying, hey, just calling to talk about the gift for our little man. And I was like, what little man?
Of
and then I was like,
Gygan.
James. I was like, don't call him little man as if you're a toddler.
She's trying to figure out what cock ring you're gonna get me to finally put it on.
Okay.
We're getting married.
No?
Yeah, no. Go to Engage with Nicolas Cage. You'll find out more information there.
So, yeah, that happened.
But I'm saying little man because, like, my Deedle is the little man.
Okay.
That's the connection there.
Sure.
I can only... that Gum song by Moose Blood is just in my head right now.
Okay.
All right, but what else? What'd you tell her? What am I getting for a gift?
I said I have to call her.
Okay. And guys, hey, September 30th is my birthday. As a present, sign up for the Patreon. It would mean the worms to me.
Worms. Worms
Worms crawling out my butt.
Worms.
Crawling out my face.
Worms.
Crawling out my armpit because I am dead.
Worms.
Ooh, crawling out my deedle.
Worms.
Crawling out my pedal. That's one of my legs.
What?
Because it's bipedal.
Okay.
A pedals must be legs.
Sure.
Let us know, scientists out there.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have scientists on as guests soon.
Whoa.
Like legitimate scientists.
Whoa.
They work at a university.
Whoa.
Shout out to According to an Idiot. I think that's what they do for a living. I apologize if I'm incorrect and heard wrong.
Way to fuck it up.
Well, they help me live because they pay me to edit their show.
Yeah.
Shout out to According to an Idiot. This is so sporadic, but I love it.
Yeah, it is, and I don't.
Okay, I'll reel it in like a fish or a film because they got the reels. What's up?
Are you going to or not?
Yeah, it's reeled, bro. Reeled Life Productions. Isham, go. Proceed with caution.
About what?
You had two things to talk about. First was my mommy.
No.
Oh.
I said that's two questions.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
I answered both.
I'm excited for my birthday because we'll be doing on this show. Lil Corey should be coming on. We're doing mostly Speaking Small Soldiers. It will be released on the 30th. That is my birthday. I'm turning 30. I will also be doing a stream where I'm playing through all of the Small Soldiers PC game. It's going to be fun.
Cool.
I started walking socks. That's my thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, we had a bug problem in our apartment. I think I've gotten it taken care of. But every single Saturday, I've been vacuuming the whole apartment, everything, then spraying chemicals. But I don't want, because socks likes just flopping down on the baseboards, which is
Against
where
the wall.
Yes, that's where the chemicals are being sprayed. So I'm like, not going to chance it. I put him in his little carrier, and then I take him for a walk. And it's gotten to the point now where when he sees the carrier, he'll go in and look for a treat in there because we chuck a treat in.
Yeah.
And Nicole went on the first one with us.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
He seemed like, I don't know, like anxious the whole time.
I think that's on you. You know, it's the other times he hasn't seen, like, he seems like, whoa, there's so much to see.
Yeah, exactly.
He did meow for the first time while in there, so it's got to be something related to, I think he just sees you and he wants maybe your attention. He might know that you're the one with the treats.
Oh.
So he's screaming at you saying, give me one of them treats, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is something we didn't talk about last time. A few nights ago, he just straight up was licking my foot feverishly, and socks will nibble on people. So I was just afraid the entire time. I think it was a power move.
Yeah.
Of him just licking, going, nom, 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 nom. And then I'm like, please, no, don't. Because it also tickled. I was like, don't bite me, sir. I've been so good to you. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is it's one of two things. The organic spray that I spray around the house, it's pepperminty. And I think some of it might have gotten on my foot, or I guess it could also be general sweat that he's a weirdo about. Or it's our bathtub doesn't drain properly. So, I'll still have tub water on me.
I guess.
It's one of those. It's probably the peppermint. Or he's just being menacing and...
I wouldn't say that's menacing, but
It
okay.
is. That would be like me
I thought it was cute.
if Sweeney Todd was just rubbing a shaver on you. He's not doing it. He's not cutting you. He's just like, oh, yes. Is this kinky to... Oi, is this kinky to ya? And then you're like, I guess, sir. And he's like, I'm just giving you a little shave. And then you're like, okay. Oh, you got little baby hairs on your head.
Yeah.
But you know what Sweeney Todd's all about? Making meat pies out of ladies.
Uh-huh.
And
he
gentlemen.
doesn't do that.
Well, he supplies the meat, so he is involved in the production.
Sure.
Or does he not know about the meat pies?
No, he does.
Okay, yeah, so he makes the meat pies.
No, he doesn't.
No, he is still involved in the production, so you can still say he makes... Okay, so if Brian were to shoot a deer and then your mother were to cook the deer, could he not say hey, I helped make dinner tonight?
No.
What? Wow, your antiquated gender roles, Nicole.
What?
I always knew it. Antiquated.
If he said I killed dinner, yeah.
No, he's not saying I made dinner. He said, hey, I helped make dinner tonight.
Yeah, and he didn't.
What is this?
That would be okay,
sweat dripping down my back because it's back water?
Do double, whatever that's called.
What?
Fucking metaphors, okay? That would be saying you went to the store and bought the groceries I needed, and then I made dinner.
Yes, you helped make dinner.
And then you said I helped make dinner
just
when
because
you didn't.
Just because you don't edit the podcast and publish it, I still say you helped make and produce the podcast.
Well, that's not true.
You do help make the podcast. We're talking right now. Do at the end I say like, hey, produced by James McCollum? Yes, because if I had to say like everyone involved.
Exactly. So you don't say that I produced it.
Okay, yeah, at the end I don't. That's because of cash money reasons. Actually, we don't make money off from the show. But if someone was like, oh, who, like you make these podcasts, I'd be like, yeah, I co-make them. I make them with my friends.
Yeah.
So I forgot how we got on this. Oh, meat pies. He absolutely makes the meat pies.
Okay.
I'm going to freaking kiss you so hard.
5-star review.
Let us know your thoughts.
Sure.
And opinions. And maybe sprinkle in some sexual fan fiction in there too.
In an iTunes
us.
review?
Yeah, for us.
Okay.
So like Nicole looked blankly at James as he stood on his bipedal body and begged for her to come to bed. Not to make love, but to sleep. But while he dreams, love is being made. And then they talk about the dream I had. So then it's not directly saying like, oh, I'm writing about these two having sex. It's in a dream, so it's not creepy and okay.
Sure.
Exactly. If I just lay there, are we still am I still involved in the lovemaking process? Could I not say I made love to you? Nicole's like, no, I'm not going down this rabbit hole. I had a little bit of Diet Coke, and that might be why, you know? But let's get into today's subject. Nicole, sucking on a chili dog over there? What is that from? I always thought it was a thing Lauren Lapkus said, but other people say it, so it must be from a song or a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's from that, like, Twins, that beer song. It might also be from that. Let us know in a 5-star iTunes review. But today we watched 2 episodes, the 4-part finale of TIMEranger, first of 2, entitled 47, End of the Dawn, and 48, The Return to the Future. Nicole, thoughts before we get into it? Are you sad that we're ending TIMEranger?
Not really.
Okay. Same. I think because of the pandemic that it made this one feel like we're not getting to experience the show with our friends. We're just like, hey, watch this, then we talk about it.
I think it's just not a great show.
Whoa!
It's a good show.
Okay. I think 5-man. I think
it's fine.
You're really going to like 5-man, Nicole. Because it's got the same feel as Die Ranger, all the great parts of that, mixed
but it's
with
like
the bonkers.
when there's a part in every single episode that you want to fast forward through, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, with all like the mech battles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, do better, guys. They should have taken it out. This should have been Kamen Rider. It should have been like Time Kamen or whatever. Kamen Rider Time.
Sure.
Kamen Rider Travel. But then it's just a Kamen Rider this is the parody season, like the unofficial Kamen Rider. It's a travel agent who's a Kamen Rider, and through being a Kamen Rider is like it's a fledgling travel agency because you can do all of this stuff online.
Uh-huh.
That's a good idea. Toei, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up.
Pick it up, pick it up.
I do think this is a great show, though. I think it is.
You also thought Car Ranger was the best show.
I think Car Ranger ties for second place. I think it goes Die Ranger, 5-man Car Ranger, TIMEranger.
We haven't done 5-man yet.
No, but I've watched all of 5-man, so I have thoughts.
Okay.
Also, since we're doing Kamen Rider, Gaim, I will need to watch that before, unless you want to watch it before and you take up the hostly, like, prime host duties for that series.
Then I'd quit.
Okay, so then I will watch it on my own and then still keep doing what we do now.
Yeah.
All right, good. I was just fearful that you'd be like, no, Champion, you can't watch it without me. I'm a widow lady.
No, because I barely have time to do all the shit you already asked me to do.
But do you want to come over later to my house?
I live here.
We could watch American Beauty in the dark.
I've never seen that movie.
It's creepy.
All right.
And like the Kevin Spacey of it all makes it more so.
I always thought he was creepy.
Yeah, but then it's like I really want to watch Seven with you, and he's in that. We gotta watch Seven, but he's barely in it.
We'll just like get it secondhand.
Okay, yeah. Then he ain't getting that money. But what about Brad Pitt? He needs that money. Also, Brad Pitt came out of being a kind of a deedle.
Get it secondhand.
All right, like that band from Muskegon.
Secondhand Serenade?
No. They were just called Secondhand. I wish I could find the first demo that they put out, because there was this one amazing. They're pop punk.
Sure.
And it had an amazing
just like
song
Secondhand
on it.
Serenade.
Ooh, are they also from Muskegon?
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to say no then, because we know all the Muskegon bands. You got Flexidecibel,
Sure.
Pop Evil,
Sure.
Secondhand.
Sure. La Fabuloso.
What?
Pop Evil.
Yes.
Done.
All right. Robin Hood Academy adjacent.
Tool.
They're from. Tool's not from Muskegon. You're just gonna start naming bands, aren't you? Draw out your strength.
No, I swear my dad told me that he like went to high school with a drummer or something.
No, he's just saying he himself is a Tool. So of course he went to school with a Tool.
Got it.
Everyone else went to school with a Tool if they went to school with him.
Yeah.
Ooh, he owned that dude.
But because he's the Tool, he thinks everyone else is a Tool.
Yeah. If you can't pick out the
know
Tool,
who's the Tool in your friend group, it's probably you.
If you like to emotionally abuse your family, you're probably a Tool.
If you like eating enchiladas and margaritas in the rain. I don't remember how that song goes.
I'm positive. Are you talking about we could drink pina colada? Like, okay, I'm pretty sure enchilada's not in any of that. At least I don't remember.
I changed pina coladas to enchiladas.
Oh, okay. And dancing in the rain, I think, is what it is.
No, it's not dancing.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Do you like pina coladas? And something in the rain.
Getting lost in the rain.
Maybe that's what it is. I only know it from the Vacation Jason song.
Sure.
I mean, I've heard it before. The pina colada Slurpee at 7-Eleven is peak Slurpee.
Pina colada Slurpee is not good.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, behave.
Oh. Mountain Dew Slurpee is the best Slurpee.
The Captain Crunch Slurpee sucked.
God, I want a Slurpee now.
Let's go after this. Sean's not coming till 3:30, if he even comes at all.
You know what you got to do, baby?
What? Jack him off? Is that what you're implying?
I didn't say that at all.
Oh my God. You sick perv. You're the perviest person I know. But yeah, American Beauty, it's weird. I had a friend, I won't say the friend because maybe they don't want that to be their identity anymore, but was obsessed with this movie.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, the bag floating up in the air,
Wait,
it is
dude?
God. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, American Beauty I feel like is more of a man's movie than...
I just assumed it was a chick flick.
Oh, not at
all.
all.
No idea.
No.
I don't know anything about it.
Do you want me to give you the plot outline without any spoilers?
Sure, yeah, that's what this podcast is about.
All right, American Beauty is about Kevin Spacey. He's a dad and is going through marital issues, I think. And
does his character get redeemed? Because then I'll just never watch it because I'll hate this movie.
Not. It's the opposite of redeemed.
Well, then I'll love this movie.
Okay, so, I guess how you look at it, maybe it's he doesn't have an opportunity to do either.
Okay.
So, I don't know. A film student could correct me on this, you fuckwads. That was a big film student movie as well.
Sure.
It was on, like, oh, you gotta watch.
What's the plot?
Okay, so
bitch?
Kevin Spacey, he's like, oh yeah, I'm having marital problems. Maybe his wife is like too busy. And then his daughter has a friend who I forget who it is, what other movies she's been in, but she has the hots for him and he starts working out and is like showing it.
Yeah.
And then he starts fantasizing about her and she's like 16 or 17.
Oh my God, is this directed by Woody Allen?
No, it's not. I wonder who this is directed by. I didn't, there was a long list of movies to watch when I took a film class, like a film critique class, film appreciation, it might have been called in Muskegon Community College. I didn't choose that one.
Good.
I just chose ones that were rightly available to me at home.
Wait, so this old man, so then what happens?
Do you want to know all of it?
That's what I'm fucking asking.
Okay, so there's a neighbor who I think the dad thinks he's gay. Okay, so the neighbor, there's a kid neighbor, and he's like, because he's working out, it seems like the dude who's always filming stuff, he's a voyeur, and he's just like looking through, and there's a film of him staring at that Kevin Spacey working out. So the dad thinks, oh my God, he's like, my son's attracted to this man.
The neighbor thinks his own son.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he goes over and confronts him by kissing him, the dad. And then Kevin Spacey's like, no. And then the guy is like, well, I don't want anyone to think that I'm gay. So he kills Kevin Spacey.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Wait, what? That's it?
Yeah. There's other stuff happening, like the bag floating, and he's like, it means God exists or some bullshit. That's been parodied a lot. It's a kid.
What does that have to do with a teenage girl?
That's another storyline. Oh, I think because he's working out. So like those two storylines kind of mesh together. He's working out for the girl, but the dad from the neighbor thinks guys, I haven't seen this since high school. Please remember that. Oh, wow, my skin's falling off. That's not good. How did that happen? What cut me?
Probably sucks.
That's a lot. I'm not bleeding. That's good. Oh, maybe it's because I've been playing more video games and it got calloused and just the callus is coming off. I hope that's what it is. Or something just sliced and diced me. So yeah, that's the story. People are probably like, James, this is so incorrect.
It makes no sense.
Do you want me to read the synopsis?
I'll read it later.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the plot.
If you guys, have any comments to say about this,
that can
leave
be
it
sent.
in a 5-star iTunes review.
No, I'm going to say that can also be sent just directly at MSS Pod. I'm fine with you correcting me on that movie because what I will do is I will say, oh, you're a fucking freak for knowing that movie. Plotline by plotline.
Wow, James, you just ruined a golden opportunity for us to get more ratings.
Yeah, it doesn't happen, Nicole.
Rude.
No one gives us reviews,
That's
no matter
a fucking lie.
how often we ask for
them.
them.
What an insult to the people who have left us reviews.
Yeah, the 7 people out of the 50 who listen.
Yeah.
Not all listen on Apple Podcasts. I can see that by metrics. But steal someone's phone, do it from theirs.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch American Beauty in my house in the dark? So my first note, we find out, guys, that they do have more prisoners than we've seen, these launderesses. That's something we've been speculating.
Wait, what?
The launderesses have prisoners we haven't seen. They're like, oh, hey, we still have all these prisoners.
Obviously.
So that's pretty cool. The Lambda or Balamba 2000, that crystal has a really...
The Lambada.
It has a cool design.
2000. It sounds like a old dance.
Yeah. Or a N64 game. They knocked out, stripped, blindfolded, and placed into the bushes on a fleece blanket 3 guardians.
City guardians.
Yeah. No, guardian forces. So like Ifrit, Shiva, and Quetzalcoatl.
Guardians of
knocked out.
The galaxy.
Yeah. So Raccoon, Green Lady, and Prey Mantis.
Tree Man? Oh, okay. Mantis.
And then Guardians of Gahul. Just 3 owls owled out and just thrown on the blanket. I think that's the name of that movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Champions of Norath, they're nowhere to be seen.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't think of any other guardians.
Yeah, that's why you just are done with the joke, James. Yeah. That's
We come from the north.
Okay.
Champions of Northrath. Nicole, you have a note about the password?
Yeah.
So they're trying to break in to find out what is going on, like what causes the extinction.
I have Del Nero wants to stop the extinction.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because they're alive.
Yes.
In this time. When they are disguised and Siona is like plugging in a technology thing to unscramble the password.
Yes.
I said password is hot dog.
That was very funny.
And it made James laugh a lot, and I was glad.
No, but Nicole's password is hot dog across the board, but it's with 2 T's because she's thinking of like a Spuds McKenzie or a Sam from Sam and Max.
Yeah,
like
spelled DAWG.
Oh yeah, that's a hot dog. Snoop Dogg included, even though that's 2 G's.
Mm-hmm.
What's the hottest dog you've ever seen? Probably one of those muscular ones.
Oh, I was going to say one that was locked in a car in direct sunlight.
Oh, no.
With the windows up.
No. I'm talking sexy, not animal abuse. Except getting a muscular dog, I think, is animal abuse.
Yeah.
Like Kid Tarzan.
Or just Google Pitbull. I was trying to find like cute Pitbull pictures, and it's just like overly just cartoonishly muscular ones, and it made me sad.
But Kid Tarzan, that was a child bodybuilder, and people were like, that's child abuse.
Yeah.
Allowing your kid or making your kid get that buff? No.
It's not healthy.
Unless, it's natural, just doing some jumping jacks.
You're just born that way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I wish I was born that way.
I'm a
But with a
buff
vagina
baby,
instead.
And I dance like a man.
Dance like a woman.
In the dark.
Ew. I can't think. I don't know.
Enchiladas in the dark.
I'm trying to sing these lyrics, but I know none of them, even though I had it on a repeat for an hour plus.
Yeah, and then James was like, Nicole, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sad. And I was like, oh, really? You only played this song on repeat for an hour. Of course you are.
Okay, so if you knew that, I just think like, hey, maybe Nicole isn't aware of when I'm sad. I'm always, because I'll ask you, I'll say like, hey, is anything wrong?
Yeah.
I pick up on that. And it was on repeat. I spiraled into a bad depression that started because the laundry didn't dry all the way.
It was the straw that broke.
Yes. So I was listening to the aforementioned song Gum by Moose Knuckle.
Enchiladas in the dark.
Yes. And just wanting to, I was like, trigger warning. I wish I could pull myself from existence.
Yeah.
So then like the next day it's like, oh, I'm still remembered. Like, it's not like I never existed, but like, hey, it's just another day. James isn't here. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I wish I knew that's what people would think, so then I could. But I'm like, oh, I'm a people pleaser. Oh, I can't do this because it will inconvenience other people.
Exactly.
So, hey, brothers, how about you say, hey, James? Everyone in a 5-star iTunes review say, James, it's fine. It'll suck, but we won't be sad.
That's just a lie.
Dang it. But I want them to lie to themselves so I don't need to lie to myself anymore.
Too bad.
Or I guess I would then be lying to myself because they're lying to me.
Yeah.
Is that the case, though?
Yeah.
Because I could say, like, hey, they said it.
But you know in your heart that it's not true.
So then I'll just shoot myself in the heart.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the worst way to kill yourself.
Oh.
I know shooting yourself in the gut would be. I also think like people who, I saw it on a house once. She like ate pills that because she was like a biochemist or whatever. She put acid in the pill casing because she knew if she just drank it, it wouldn't kill her. Which is just a super fucked up way to die.
I think that like any way where you could possibly just not die is a fucked up way.
I think, but I wouldn't want. Okay, we can't do this because I was gonna like
Why
go
not?
through.
It's fun.
No, well, I did say on a stream because I was like talking about being depressed. I was like, maybe that's what Mostly Speaking Sentai is missing because I made a declaration to be like, hey. No longer will we talk about super sadness.
Yeah.
But like heroin and just like that's I think is the most preferable way to go.
Okay.
Because then you feel good right before it, and then your body shuts down. But like shooting yourself is technically the best, but I would have to do it in a way in which there's no mess to clean.
Right.
Like if I had a lightsaber, I could just jam in my head. And then it's fine. Or a laser beam, because the laser beam cauterizes everything. And that's why you don't get blood in Star Wars. Also, when Darth Maul got cut in half, he wasn't guts spilling out because it instantly cauterizes.
Yeah.
Which means Darth Maul, it makes, spoiler alerts, it makes sense that he still was alive.
Not really, no.
Yeah, it was because it didn't. If you cut someone off at the waist and it instantly cauterizes, you're not destroying any like vital organs. I guess like.
How do you know?
I guess he's like, oh man, how do I shit now? But if he's not eating, he'll be fine.
How do you know it didn't hit any vital
Because you
organs?
see where it slices. He falls down that big old hole, flapping like a dead Agumon. At least his legs were.
And the hole, falling down the hole didn't kill him?
That's Star Wars logic.
That would absolutely murder you.
But it depends on what if you like fell onto a foam party. All that foam cushions your fall. It's a big ass foam party.
Okay.
Like stories tall foam.
Okay.
And it's pretty resilient foam. You know those bubbles that like you blow bubbles and
I thought you were talking
stick?
about like a foam pit.
Oh yeah, that
Not
too.
Bubbles.
Yeah, like a foam party.
No,
like when
you
you're in
would
college.
definitely still die.
No, but it's the foam that when you blow a bubble and it
No.
stays.
No, you
So
would
it's
die.
structurally,
James.
like-
you would die.
It's like many layers of bubble wrap. Eventually, it cushions your fall.
You would die.
Or like on Corridor Crew, when they fell into all those boxes, you'd be like, well, you're going to crush through all of them. Also, the bubbles are being held together by a room, so it doesn't all like push out.
What does that even mean?
So they're in a room, so it doesn't disperse. That's what they had to do in Corridor Crew. I wasn't going to say like
you said it's
strap a
in a
belt around a
hole.
fucking... Yes, it keeps going down the hole.
Yeah.
So then it just... You're good.
Okay, James. Yep, your logic
Yes,
definitely
it's
makes
Star Wars
sense.
logic,
Sorry
Nicole.
for arguing with you about this.
About these.
Your logic is flawless.
Don't make me sex this microphone.
Okay.
They had, when they were looking for the Lamba in the goddamn utility closet,
Sure.
they had flashlights that were like the bat signal flashlight that I got from a Wendy's kids meal.
Uh-huh.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
They weren't lighting up shit.
Yeah.
It would have to be covered in
Shit.
reflective shit. You ever poop so hard that it becomes reflective?
Yes.
You ever make a diamond in your ass?
No.
You squeeze it so hard?
An emerald,
Oh, okay.
not a diamond.
All right. I think emeralds are better than diamonds, so make me a butt emerald, Nicole.
Can't do it.
A colon emerald.
Can't do it.
You can't anymore?
No.
Oh. What happened to the emerald that you made? Sold it for big
Flushed
bucks?
it.
What? You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You don't have a sieve on your toilet?
I was like,
To make
I'm
sure-
not touching that. I'm not touching that.
Because you have a sieve and then a hose near your toilet so that you just hose off all your poopies, and if everything goes down, hey, there were no diamonds or emeralds in there, or rubies.
Yeah.
I have black rubies because when you bleed, it turns your poop black. Mm-hmm. So that's the same for rubies. Mm-hmm. So if you get like with something that looks like a black diamond, it's a ruby.
What about rupees?
Rupees, yeah, from Zelda. Mm-hmm. They don't exist, so I can't shit one. I guess
what
like,
about Rupert's?
Rupert's okay. When a Rupert's inside of me and I push him out from an orgasm, yeah.
An orgasm.
Because when you have something in your butt and you orgasm, it pushes out because like you spasm.
Yeah.
So you're pushing out Rupert from your butt.
That's the only way to push out a Rupert?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess if you ate Rupert in, I don't know, a meat pie co-made by a lady and a Johnny Depp.
So do you say that, like, the person who grew your green beans helped you make dinner?
Yeah, I guess you could also say that.
God damn it, James!
That's also like, oh, I made this child, and then the wife's next to him saying, I think we made the baby together.
Would the grandparent of that child say that they also made that
You
child?
could say that. If they were the given shoulder rubs during the lovemaking, why not? Say you gotta calm down. Your ovaries won't take the seat if you don't. I know you want this to be a romantic situation, but this is all about reproducing. That's what we believe here in the Catholic Church. Heating on
James,
them. What's up?
You're not a god. You're a hobo in a cesspit of a downtown.
Hell yeah, I had that written down as well. Dolnero says that to Guillen. Because Guillen's like, I'm the Lord of Destruction. I'm on a bail run. Actually, all of them are on a bail run.
He says, I'm a frigging god. I'm a living god.
I wrote a dope line yesterday, which was, call me God and the G best be capitalized. That means I'm the one and only God. It's a very good line. I was impressed by that. Sion says, hey, after they get caught by Time Fire, Sion's like, hey, we're so sorry. Hey, look at this. And then he whips out like a flash grenade pen, shines it in his eye, and it's violent.
Oh, yeah, just blinds him.
And he's like, sorry, and then dashes away. We find out that they grab the Lambda, but we don't know it's that yet. It's just like this crusty thing they get. And as Tack is analyzing it, I'm like, it's fossilized cheese. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then finally, so we have been we debated it a lot last time because I think Rob from Tokyo Lives was on, and I think maybe watched the first episode and was like, so Dolnero can like projectile himself with toots from his blowhole. And we're like, no, that's the only time he does that. He does it again, finally.
First and last.
Yep, first appearance and last appearance. He's got to make it known that he can push air out of his behind so hard.
Yeah.
He flies.
Yeah.
Would that be an ability you'd want?
Sure.
All right.
If I can fly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd feel so forceful, though. Also, it'd be like... I was trying to do more of a toot noise, but...
it wouldn't.
Yeah, it would. Or I guess because it's like... It'd be like...
Sure, James.
Just jettisoning... Because it's air jettisoning from your anus.
Yeah.
It would make a noise.
I mean, I don't think it'd be from your butt. I think it would be like another hole.
Okay. Now there's a fourth hole down there.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Women just want more holes. Yes, we're back, baby.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So like Dolnero, like he goes to kill Guillen, but Guillen like gets the draw on him. Guillen shot first and kills him. Like
I'm the damn fool who shot him.
Okay, so
Why does that get you every time?
it's funny. It's also just like see my hand on the table, don't bother me. Because you're so aggressive with it.
Yeah.
Did you say grandma?
No.
Grandma.
I said yeah.
So Guillen gets a draw on him, and Yuri and Tatsuya come, and they're like talking to him, but he's covered in this green stuff. So I was like, he didn't get shot. He's just melting down. He's a subhumanoid from Class of Nukem High 2. which is a good movie. It's fine. But
Is
it's a good movie. The first one's a great movie. Third one is watchable in chunks. But there are these subhumanoids. They're humans made in a lab and their belly buttons are mouths. And they're not made correctly. So like if they melt down, meaning like something happens in their biochemistry that they start like spewing out green gack from their top mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And one person was having sex with someone and like gave them a green, an emerald necklace, like a pearl necklace, but because it's green, not coming from their butt though, Nicole. It's a good movie, guys. Check it out on Troma now.
Or don't.
Or
just
on DVD.
Literally watch any other movie.
No, Nicole. All right, then watch The Evolved Part 1.
The monster is friggin' Blastoise, bro.
His name is Crisis. He's just a robot.
Yeah, so the Time Rangers are like, just murder it. It's a robot, dude.
It doesn't need to be time
And they're
compressed.
like, fuck yeah.
You can shoot it all to hell. Which is the second time they've said that. They're like, fuck robots. Also, I think Tak said that. Tak is a robot as well. We find out why, because Leela is...
That's called inter-robot hate. Internalized.
Oh, maybe like people put AI, like they're like, oh, we'll make sure you hate other robots so there isn't an uprising.
Exactly.
All right, we figured it out. Nickelodeon game style. Speaking of which, I don't think we're doing that stream.
That makes me sad.
It does. Because people don't seem to want to be contestants or panelists. So if you listening right now would like to come on a stream September 18th, be on Figure It Out that we're doing on a stream, please let me know at MSS
I feel like if we just start the stream,
people will show up and be like, I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, okay, for panelists, that would be, for contestants, that would be fine. But for panelists, like, we need people that we, one, know, two, know have watched the show, and three, have a camera.
Yeah.
So panelists would be fine. Like, someone could just call in and be a contestant.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I'll probably just eat shit, literally. But as I was saying, we find out, because for all you want to say, Leela is a bad colleague. She's a bad friend. And as a spouse, also bad. But we find out why Dolnero has kept her around, because she looks, in quotes, just like my mother, which is baffling. Was he not born of a whale?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, was his mom human? Or is it just like one of those things that it's like she wasn't human, but he still thinks that?
Yeah, like has like the same kind of bone structure, face, eyes, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe her mom was a human and just, his mom was a human and said, I gotta get that whale dick.
And I was like, well, maybe they really are human, but they just choose to have this other form. But then he like bleeds green.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not it.
Maybe he was born human, but doing such atrocious crimes. Well, doing as such, he fell into a vat of acid that was actually whale acid, whale LSD, and turned him slightly into a whale. Because you need a stronger LSD for a whale. Oh my God. Has anyone ever gotten a whale high on acid?
No.
I think someone should do that and just see what happens.
Don't do that.
Guys, find a whale. Shove just a bunch of licky ones that have a clown on it down its blowhole and see what happens.
Dolnero freaking dies.
But before that, he says, because... Yuri, he's like, why are you always on my ass, Yuri, as he's coughing up green blood? And she's like, because you killed my family, and it's my goal to take you down. Don't you remember? And he's like, dude, I killed a lot of people. I ordered hits out on many people. I don't remember. You were just another person.
Yeah.
And she is pissed about that. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But also not like she should have kind of assumed that.
Yeah.
Like maybe you always remember your first kill, I hear people say.
Especially because, like, what is she, an investigative reporter or something?
She's just an investigator.
An investigator, so, like, she knows how these criminals work.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really make sense that she would be surprised by that.
Mm-hmm. But what were you saying before that?
I don't know.
Oh, he dies. That's what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Then the next episode, that Tatsuya has a dream where everyone gets sucked up into one of those sky time portals, and he's like, Yuri! He wakes up and then sees...
Well, you can finish. I was going to say we kind of skipped over not really important, I guess.
I didn't notate it, so it's not important, but we'll get back to it. So he wakes up after this nightmare, goes and sees Sion, who doesn't sleep except 1 week a year. And he's like, oh, you're not the only one who couldn't sleep. And he's like, who are you talking about? Because it's clearly not you, because you slept a few episodes ago. And he's like, oh, Yuri's up on the roof. And he goes up there and he's like, oh, you don't, like, you might have a hole in your heart, but you can, there's so much stuff better than Dolnero, like this blanket, this hot cocoa, this, me. And then she's like, huh? And he's like, just kidding. And it's like, dude, you are at time's end right now, possibly. Fucking tell her. What's this going? Oh, there's 2 days where there's a little bit of awkwardness, or 1 night of hot making out in a blanket while both of your mouths taste of cocoa.
Well, I didn't notate that, so that means your thing isn't important.
All right, what'd you say?
You fucking bitch.
Ooh, call me that more.
Okay. Reverse psychology. Dolnero told them where his stash of prisoners was and told them to take them back to the future.
We gotta go back in time.
And I was like, why wouldn't he, like, also tell them where Guillen hides out?
So then you could just blow up that building and you're good.
What the fuck?
Okay. We have talked a lot on this series specifically. There are so many, because it's just broad daylight and just business buildings are being just blown out.
Yeah.
There are a few times, and we'll just focus on a single one, where a time portal opens up and just sucks 3 buildings in. I worked in an office building, and I'm being liberal on this, like light.
You fucking liberal.
Yes. 70 people per floor. We'll say that. There's probably more, but these are like 30-story buildings. So 70 people for 30 floors, 3 buildings. That is 6,300 people who have just died. Then later on, 5 more buildings get sucked up. And to that point, they find out that there's Lambeth 2000 inside Guillen and V-Rex. And they're like, hey, Time Fire, you need to stop fighting or there will be an explosion and that could bring about this extinction. And he's like, shut up. And it's like, 1, these people are from the future. Believe them. And 2, 3 buildings, 6,000 people have just died. Maybe be like, oh, fuck, yeah. Maybe I should take a step back and figure this out.
Yeah.
So Time Fire fucking sucks.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
But then, like, they try to redeem his character by him, like, jumping in front of a small girl.
Which is the girl that he helped out a bunch of episodes ago that had a gun pressed to her back. This series didn't give a shit about children. They're like, we'll shoot a child.
Yeah.
Twice they did that.
Yeah.
But speaking on that girl's dumb. He's like, you need to run. If people were shooting at you, these robots and buildings are being sucked up in the air, never not be running, child. Oh, like, and I get, or never mind. I was going to say also drop the birds, but
she did.
No, I mean, on accident, she dropped them, like after being shot at. But I was going to say, like, hey, forget that. But if, like, back 2 years ago, if there was a disaster happening, you better believe there was a time when a tornado watch and warning was happening, and I had Frank ready to go in a carrier. I would have brought Frank through a natural disaster.
But not socks.
Well, I mean, like 2 years ago, socks. Yes, I would. But I'm saying like an emotional connection. Socks and I are like friends right now.
Yeah.
We're not like best friends who love each other.
Uh-huh.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he is.
You know, I mean, like I would be devastated if I left without Frank and then our apartment went down. Like I'd be like going through the rubble crying, trying to find him. And socks, like I know I eventually will get there, but like right now I'd be like that fucking sucks and it's terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be crying, but I would be going through rubble trying to find him just in case. You'd cry because your laundry didn't get done, but not if the cat you've lived with for half a year was in rubble. My last note is like playing Russian roulette with no bullets is pretty cool because like you still have that fear. Like, oh, what if someone, when I wasn't looking, put a bullet in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Be like, ha, got your ass, baby.
I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast. After Sean passed away, his friends came up. Sean, not like Marciniak or anyone from high school, a friend, my neighbor, best friend, died in a car accident. I've talked about that on here. His friends from Virginia came up and they were like, rightfully so, like just they were throughout the entire weekend just getting extremely high because they were trying to forget pain. Maybe go to therapy, parents should have been telling us.
Yeah, the school didn't like...
They offered it for a little bit, but it's not like, hey, everyone who was involved in that party is required to go here for this set amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who was invited, but when he said, hey, just get me when you leave, but didn't and could have been driving sober because he was straight edge, should have also gone.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor's guilt, baby. They were getting high and we had Nerf guns and one of them was like a revolver and they would put one in and high as hell be like, oh, fuck, dude. And then like click and they'd be like, oh, yeah. It didn't shoot hard, but I think it was like a pump one so you could pump it up like a lot.
Yeah.
And then next person spin it. Oh, shit. Click it, and then
they weren't just playing it up.
No, they were absolutely high. Like
because they're okay.
No, like it was because even I was doing it sober, still being like, ah! Because it's still like scary.
You are hilarious.
So yeah, those are all my notes. You got any more?
Yeah, except I don't remember. I put Tatsuya tricks him, and I don't remember what that is. Oh, mm-hmm. He gets them all to go in the, what is that, spaceship?
Time travel machine.
And
time machine, I guess.
Then like locks them in and sends them back to the future.
Gotta go back in future.
And he's like, don't worry about me, guys. I'm gonna fight till the end.
I'm a man of this era.
Which I can't believe that wasn't part of your notes, because that's kind of a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
Time fire is time fired.
Ooh, yeah, he is. He's out because Tatsuya's dad
was like, oh, we're going to do a power struggle. Well, I've been doing this my whole fucking life, so fuck you. And
went to the dude who gave Tatsuya the power and was like, oh yeah, you need to resign or I have so much dirt on you. I'm going to release it and you'll be forced to resign. And then he was put back into power like fully. And he's like, all right, this is how things should be. Which I mean, like Time Fire was an absolute prick throughout this entire thing. I feel zero sorrow for this dude.
Mm-hmm. And then I put Naoto is freaking died.
It does say, like, in prophecies, Tak says, oh, you have to, you're destined to die today.
Yeah.
Well, if someone said that from the future, like, hey, this is the day you die, what would you do?
I feel like that's one of those things where you don't know until it happens.
Because especially if they don't know how you do, it's like, well, if I just sit in one place, that's how I die. Like I get Donnie Darko'd or something.
An airplane?
Yeah, an airplane part falls on you and you die.
Okay. I mean, that's the opposite of what happened, but
No, that does happen.
no one died.
In one of the timelines, he dies.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how the movie ends. Because you see that he didn't die, and then it keeps going, but then it like flashes back and he actually did die. Again, this is one of those other, just like American Beauty, came out around the same time. Friends were obsessed with it. I watched it and said, I guess. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't know why everyone's shitting their bricks about this. It has one cool Frank bunny in it.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Make it a slasher movie. It would have been cooler.
Yeah.
And he's going around saying, I'm a bunny. All right, guys. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. You mean the world to us. If you are hearing this right now, give us at MSS Pod, say
Enchiladas are better than American Beauty.
Or just say enchiladas in the rain.
In the dark.
In the dark. Well, I mean, either or. You said both.
Yeah.
Which is one of them is going to be the episode title.
But I like enchiladas in the dark more.
Okay. All right. There you go, guys. Nicole, what you got to plug?
Say pina coladas with enchiladas.
What you got to plug?
Oh, baby. Follow at Darling Homebody on all the social medias, please. For patreon.com/Darling Homebody. Sign up before October 1st and you'll get a cute dog holding a pumpkin treat bucket with a candy corn headband and a little neck scarf thing that says Tricks for Treats, and it's real cute.
Which you can see a picture of that right now over on her Instagram and Twitter.
DarlingHomebody.com for creepy, cute shit. I just put up more sexy super swap stickers, including my favorite, which is Captain America as the Black Queen. Check it out.
Hey guys, if you are interested in doing the Figure It Out stream with us, please at MSS Pod on Twitter and MSS Podcast on Instagram, Marshland Monster on Instagram. Let me know. The patrons don't seem to want to be involved, which is fine. You don't want to be on microphone. There's prizes involved. There will be grand prizes. What they are, we're not right now sure, but there will be involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's Figure It Out. It was a Nickelodeon game show. You can just YouTube it and you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
So do that. Go over to MLMpod.com to find out information about my other podcast. We have a new one coming out in the coming months called Shuffling the Deck with Sean Marciniak and I. It's an ICP podcast. You're like, ICP sucks. Well, you probably only know Miracles. So listen to the show. It's funny. It's good. It's Sean and I. That's all you need to know. And then go over to patreon.com/MLMpod where we're doing a great stuff. This Existed put out its second episode. That's Corey and I. A very funny episode talking about WMAC Masters. It's fucking an amazing episode. Please check that out. You also get engaged with Cage, talking about Beyblade and the Toku Reading Corner, plus watch-alongs and other stuff if you're a $10 patron. And speaking of $10 patrons, let's give a big old shout out to them, starting with Steve F. Ooh, and then we got Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. Next, then, we have Alex Z, The Waz. Then Orion, a.k.a. Defo. He's a rapper. Check his stuff out. Kayla, Two Grapes. Tyler Wright, he's our friend. Elliot W. at Garlic Sunshine on Instagram to follow their great artwork. And Jordan B., the Chaos Witch. Thank you guys for listening. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been... Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye.
P.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.